Okay, most of the subplots have finally been wrapped up. We're finally getting somewhere. It's Legend of Korra, Book 2 Spirits, Chapter 12, Harmonic Convergence. Okay, at this point, the fan base was sighing breaths of relief that the end was in sight. Finally, it seemed like we were getting near. And this was before we knew that there was going to be 14 episodes total. So, join us now at the Nickelodeon logo, and here we go in 3, 2, 1, click. And I will say this again, guys, while seasons 3 and 4 are better, I do not blame you at all if you would have given up on the show at this point, because I think at some point, even I did, mentally. I mean, I was still going along with the motions, but
Same. Jova, by the time we got to this point, I had completely checked out. Yes, I saw seasons 3 and 4, but that's the thing, Jova. I did check out, and I never really fully checked back in, really.
I don't blame you. I mean, even though seasons 3 and 4 are much better, there was always this sense of paranoia. Like, holy cow, we were afraid that they would go back to doing something stupid.
More like it burned us out, Jova. We were too burned out by this point.
Well, okay. Those who weren't paranoid were just burnt out.
Basically.
Chapter 12, Harmonic Convergence.
Which in some ways could have been the end of the season. Granted, maybe it didn't need to be. We'll just wait and see how you guys feel. So yeah, Janora's body is... well, I guess it may or may not be wearing out.
On the flute, that guy.
Alright, yeah, training airbending. You haven't done that in a while.
Also, that dummy is very resistant.
That poor dummy.
Wait. I thought you already mastered all the elements.
Wearing?
Actually, isn't that pizza? Oh, it's pie, actually. Okay.
Fair point.
Ooh,
Cat gators.
I guess you pulled it
Oh,
off,
surely, alligators that are cats.
I want one.
So the moral of the story is, don't go there. Ever.
Would you? Wait. A cat? What would a cat gator even do to a curtain?
You don't even want to know.
Well, some cats can mess with curtains.
Yes.
Could you imagine if it had an alligator?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, go ahead, Shuri.
They climb them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, J.K. Simmons.
Well.
Are you surprised, Marco?
He still needs to tell her that they broke up because she forgot about that. I think he realizes that his girlfriend's a psycho.
No shit.
He should have realized that a long time ago.
Yeah.
Bolin's
doing that smile that SpongeBob
It doesn't
gave
even-
Squidward when he found out his secret love for Krabby Patties.
Now, to Bowen's credit, they weren't exactly up to his defense when he was doing with Eska, so I can see why he might be enjoying this. He is the military guy.
Back in my day.
Back in my day,
I hardly doubt that.
This is serious.
I think
Yeah, are we
believe in
there
it
yet?
just with your pink fluffy earmuffs.
What do you think we are doing here? Pointlessly training lemurs?
Meanwhile, back at the Civil War subplot.
Low angle. Like... Oh yeah, that's right. Korra has a mom.
Oh snap, he
killed actually people. Too bad we barely saw that.
But her
Well, he's
father
been
was captured. Wait, by wiped out, does she mean they were captured or killed?
Look at that twist. Someone got captured off screen.
To be fair, we saw We saw the father get defeated on screen at the
Yeah.
end of the last
Yeah,
episode.
true.
Hey,
true,
Katara.
true, yeah. Oh, hey, Katara.
She sounds as concerned about this as we do.
Yeah.
Basically.
Like, oh my goodness.
Oh no, how can I
No.
cope?
It's only my
That's what-
granddaughter.
That's what lack of characterization will do, Shiroi. The people don't care about the characters. There's nothing.
But Katara, of all people, dang.
At this point, I'm just waiting. At
Also,
this point, I'm just waiting to join Aang in the afterlife. I have stopped giving a shit.
also,
Again with the Blues Brothers 2000 vibe.
while it may be age or whatnot, am I the one who finds it a bit ironic that Katara is only really doing healing, which is kind of what, Water Tribe women were expected of, to
Well,
do that and
she's
nothing
like-
more?
She's like 80 at this point.
Yeah, to be fair, she's a bit too old to be fighting nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, well, guys, it's not like we had a society of old people who fought. Oh, wait, the White Lotus in the original show. Those guys.
Yeah, but
Let's,
yeah, but there are select few people though. Just because it's not like it's a hard set rule in this universe. Like you can still do stuff even though you're 90.
Fair enough. I guess my only issue is that it's the only really scenes where Katara we see, but granted, I guess it's not as bad as if they did the same thing with Toph.
Remember, Jova, we don't want to be like the old show. We want to be our own thing.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Well, what do you know? Zami just contributed decently to the plot. No, poor Naga.
That's the thing, Joe. That's the thing, Teo. She barely does at all. Like, yeah, she did now, but that's just the problem. Like, again, same thing with Mako. Mako still has little to no personality at this point.
Oh,
Like,
Mako has personality, but what I hate is that how they're trying to flesh it out here. But anyway.
Yeah, can I go?
Oh,
home
this
too?
bit. Hello, pan that comes out of nowhere.
I was about what?
Hey, that's exactly what Lord Sosin was trying to accomplish.
Basically,
Wait.
fuck all the tribes. We're making a super special tribe.
Wait, I thought your plan was to free Vato to usher in a new era of darkness or something.
Chaos. I can do anything.
Whatever. The point is, wasn't your plan to free Vato so that Vato can, wreck shit up? Like,
Oh, Pedro, we haven't covered that stuff yet, but this is all about uniting the world, or maybe the scripts got mixed up.
no, it's not. Like, Unalaq has literally become a complete
Why
cartoony
is
farce.
holding head? Oh, because he needs to parachute. Okay.
He's not even a real villain. He's just a pawn.
Oh yeah, pretty much. I mean, hey, remember when Unalaq's
Kind of like
plan...
General Scales in Star Fox Adventures.
Remember when Unalaq's plan was literally just unite the two water tribes no matter how violent that would need to be? But how? This is where it starts to get really stupid.
Well, he united them on purpose so it could get violent.
That's the thing, though. It feels like there's a complete...
It was a giant troll move, Jova. He united everybody only to go, psych! I had my fingers crossed all the whole time.
Right.
See, here's the problem. His real plan, which, we kind of have an idea, free Vaatu, what does that have to do with uniting the water tribes? Like, okay, let's think about this. If all he wanted to do was just release Vaatu in the long run, which would then give him the power to do all this uniting, why bother doing the whole conquering of the southern water tribe? And I know what some people will say, it's so that he can have free access to the portal. Yeah, well, like I said before, why couldn't he just do that stuff in secret? Like, we've seen that the portal is, way out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it's just the problem. This villain goes out of his way to make his plan way more complicated than it needs to be, all for the purpose of just, I guess filling out more screen time.
Like, look at this. Varric is in a prison cell, and even he's getting more stuff done by extension of giving them access to all his gadgetry and whatnot.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, right. That's right. Dark spirits are and whatnot. But yeah, let's also go to another thing. Okay, so let's say, for the sake of argument, he needed to do all this because he did need Korra as the Avatar's help. Okay, fine enough. So my question, why'd he do the whole taking over the water tribes thing? That just made him look more suspicious. Especially since it's all part of his whole philosophy of everything must be balanced, all this and that.
Not just that, Joe, but let's not forget the fuck that shit. I believe there is another way to open the portal.
Well,
Bye, Bumi.
Not to mention, and I'm sorry, but I have to bring this up again. His plan to go past the barrier was to throw water at it.
well, that thing was
his plan.
that thing was
You'll
a
never
farce
get
that
over that
didn't
really
work.
No, no, it's so stupid. Someone actually wrote that shit. Someone actually wrote, Unalaq tries to destroy barrier by throwing water at it, and then he presented it, and they rolled with it. They didn't think it was a joke or anything. They just went, yes, brilliant.
Well, okay, that's actually creative.
How about Sky Captain Bowling in the World of Tomorrow?
Interesting.
Does anyone even remember that?
I sense my beloved.
Oh yeah, Eska, you had a thing for bowling. We gonna follow that up?
Yeah, I forgot that. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember when that subplot was a thing.
It really escalated,
Oh,
you could
it
say.
it was mostly played for laughs, though.
That's the
I
thing,
think
Teo. Okay, Teo, here's the thing. It was played for laughs, but here's the thing. We haven't really done that much in terms of comedy with that. There was only like one scene of her chasing him in the water, and that's it. We never fought for it. Wouldn't be cooler if we had like this running gag of Asna constantly trying to chase
Considering how
Bella?
possessive she was before, I don't know. I think they made the right choice of cutting it out before it started becoming way too uncomfortable.
That's the thing, Teo. It already was at that point where it was clearly an abusive relationship. But that's the thing, though. The writers we knew from the original show.
Okay, time out. Sorry, I'm sorry. Why do the villain think that chaining Korra is gonna stop her?
Because he's a moron.
This is not One Piece. You do not have the Algamatolite, the sea metal thing.
Here, have all your friends. Now fuck off.
Okay, let me put it this way, too. I think Joe will
Oh
agree with me
god,
that
here we go.
New World Order. Do you think you're Hulk Hogan?
Oh, this bit. This bit!
Let me guess. Humanity sucks. There you go.
So he's one of those people.
There you go.
Yeah,
Humanity
he's
sucks. It
definitely
needs to
big
be
up.
rebooted.
he's officially
Wait.
become a...
Wait for it.
Fusion.
Wait for
The
it.
Avatar of
Right,
Chaos.
right.
And
There
it!
we go!
Oh.
A dark avatar!
I kid you not, Teo. I kid you not, Teo. The minute that
First of
came...
all, I called it. Second, oh, the edge.
Let me tell you this, Teo. The moment Dark Avatar was
That should have been
stated,
the first thing you
people literally gave up at that point.
I can
Okay,
imagine
let me
that.
put it this. Dark Avatar. Just saying it makes you think fanfiction. That said, I have seen fanfiction that has done the idea of a Dark Avatar well. I'll go more into that later. I'll just say this right now. Dark Avatar is one of those things that is so easy to mess up that you need to do something very well to have people not immediately write it off as fanfiction.
Again, well, you should have seen this coming by the moment we established the rivalry between Rava and Vatu and the outcome of the first Harmonic Convergence.
Okay,
Not just that,
I just have to
Teo,
point out
but-
a few problems with this. 1. Dark Avatar. Even if you were going to make that clever, you couldn't have thought of a better name to not make that sound stupid. 2. So you'll be a Dark Avatar, fine, but, the Avatar had to train to learn all those elements. I don't think you're just going to learn all those elements off the bat. 3. Really? A Dark Avatar? It's just that simple, huh? I guess Rava and Batu literally just work like that. So, what exactly does a Dark Avatar supposedly bring? Because last I checked, the original Avatar didn't have any light bending of sorts, so what's a Dark Avatar
He's
gonna
trying
do?
to- Bumi's tried to have a boxing match with a spirit.
Sure, you can. Yeah, of
Uh-oh.
course.
Really bad.
Not just that, Teo. At this point, Unalaq is literally an amalgamation of every single shitty Final Fantasy villain ever.
I mean, and again, number 4, I have to state this again, this plan came out of nowhere!
I mean, let's think
Oh,
about this for
snap.
a moment. He's the not the real villain pawn type of thing that Golbez was. He's also the humanity sucks type of villain, which like what all of them
Oh.
are basically.
Almost all of it. And he wants to steal. And he basically wants to steal the power from an eldritch god for himself, just like the emperor.
Yeah.
So
That's
wait,
right.
hold it,
Power
hold
of
it, hold
music.
it.
Positive
The power of
energy.
music calms the spirits.
Let's have a music
Yes.
number.
Remember the whole positive energy thing.
Yeah.
All right, doggy, attack the.
Oh,
Can-
another one,
Can we
Teo.
have
Just
can we have the panda shoot lasers like in the movie?
another one, Teo. Just like the Super Pope, he makes his plan unnecessarily complicated for himself.
For no reason.
Yeah.
The-
Oh, this
now?
bit?
The only thing that's
The
really missing
Super, the
is-
Super Pope, Shiro. Don't you remember the villain of the first Final Fantasy 13? The one who wanted to die.
Oh,
The only thing, yeah, the
that.
only thing that's really missing is the fact that he wants to commit suicide, but he cannot self-terminate. That's literally the only checklist missing.
We'll wait till the end for that one.
Just to finish my earlier argument. Okay, here's the basic gist about Desna. Teo. I think Joe will agree with me. It's about
you
the
mean
fact that the
Unalaq.
writer... Oh, okay.
Those are good words to die by.
He's going brainwashed.
Well,
Let me
he
put it
is their father.
Yes, Pedro?
Let me put it like this, Teo. It has to, regardless of how uncomfortable you find the whole Bullen Desna thing, the truth of the matter is that it's another demonstration
this
of
bit?
the right.
Okay, that was funny.
All right, that was
Sorry.
funny.
God,
Go on, Pedro. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Again, it's just a matter of the writers. Okay, you brought this up. Commit to it. Actually, do something with it. That's exactly it. They bring up the Bolin Desna subplot only to immediately drop it right after. At least commit to it. At
Desna's
least
the
go
guy.
somewhere.
Yep.
Whatever. The point is, you brought this up. Commit to it. Do something with this instead of just dropping it.
Run!
So he
I-
ended some spirits.
Otherwise, you're just wasting my time, and I hate it when writers waste my time.
I mean, it's not so much even the wasting time because it was somewhat entertaining. The problem is that it went nowhere. The writers of the
Okay.
original show would not have just abandoned it, but I'll go more into that
Well,
later.
Jovid, these were the writers of the
Can
original.
I talk
show.
about something for a second? Of
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
noticed the inconsistency of the tangibility of spirits. Sometimes they can phase through things, other times they can be hit by punches and stuff.
Yeah.
Like there's not. It's so inconsistent.
Yeah, there's a joke involving the fact that Whisper sometimes hits things and sometimes goes through things. Here's the difference. Your gotta watch as a comedy. It's supposed to be ridiculous. But anyway, ooh.
Where's the
Well,
eject button?
There.
As for you, Dwebs, well, remember, yes, while it is true that a couple of the writers from the original series are in here, remember the primary ones aren't. Arenaeus isn't here.
I think he was busy.
Oh, doggo.
I think he was busy starting to make Dragon Prince at this point. Or at least conceptualizing it. It'll be a ways off before it.
Yeah.
And he wasn't the sole writer that helped make things good, but yeah.
But it wasn't just him that was missing. Like other key writers never came back. Some
Yeah.
did, but not the most important ones. Only some of the lesser ones.
That's
I
probably
will
why seasons
find-
3 and 4 are better because some of those iconic writers did come back into the fray. Yes, Tio?
I am of two minds about this subplot with Bumi. Like, for a moment, I actually understand what we were going for with him being talked down by Tenzin and then through shenanigans, getting, the base destroyed and then freed. On the other, most of the comedy wasn't that funny, if you ask me.
I'll say this with Bumi, I like him, but I do feel like, again, his whole shtick again, because he's part of the subplot, which is mainly Tenzin and family on vacation for a good portion, we don't get much time to get to focus on it as seriously as we should. Again, one thing that helped with Avatar was a good balance between taking stuff seriously and comedy here and there. Like Sokka's shtick about being, the one member of a team who wasn't a bender. We had some serious moments with it, but we also did get some comedy out of it, and he still managed to kick butt. Bumi is like an older version of Sokka. The problem is that because Bumi hasn't gotten to be in on the action, we haven't gotten to see him do much of his shtick.
Not just that, the first impression we got of Tenzin's siblings was the very, very terrible first impression with that stupid episode about the family.
Technically not. Bumi shows up in like the last episode of the first season in a rather funny scene.
Oh, yeah, right. Never mind.
That's like I said, Bumi is actually better liked than Kaya.
Also, gotta love how Azami continues to be just basically the taxi driver of the group. She does nothing else. No, that's basically okay. Let me rephrase
Asami
that
is
too.
the
flying
Appa.
bison driver. The flying bison driver. Of
No,
the group.
I agree. With
Let me
you.
put it this: Asami is Appa, but with less character. Asami has less character than Appa. That's not a knock against Appa, but when you have a character that has less character than the animal who can only talk with grunts or whatnot, we may have a problem here.
Yeah.
So, basically, what we need to do is close the spirit portal here, and, that'll keep Vatu from getting out.
Yeah, no one is buying this. Like,
Yeah, it's never going to be that simple, is it? We've got 2 episodes left.
you
after
don't
this one.
bring up the
I'm trying
stupidness of
to-
the Dark Avatar and not commit to it.
I'm trying to recall if we knew that there were 2 episodes after this, but from what I recall, as far as fans knew, this was likely going to be the end because it's 12 episodes like the first season.
Do you think they tell people in advance how many episodes there'd be?
They sometimes do.
Are you still in the show? Of course, the fucking.
Can we?
When
can we stop-
all
Or maybe that could just be orbital.
Almost! Oops, sorry! Missed it by a
when all
second.
planets align, but let it known,
This is
hey.
like-
Yeah,
This reminds me of the plot from the first Tomb Raider movie.
But let it be known, 80s. If Hercules fights,
Stop something happening
you
before the
will
planets
fail. God, I wish I was watching Hercules. That movie made so much more sense than this.
Oh no, maybe our dad was biting off more than he could chew.
With the
Nah.
power of
Oh, that's what the world
Brawn.
actually looks like. First time I actually see it.
Well, at least it's not breaking apart in half like in Blue Dragon.
Oh no, it's Aurora
Oh,
Borealis!
Lord, what is happening in there?
It's
Oh,
coming
no,
to kill
the-
us all!
Oh no, the animators put in a purple filter on the screen.
That means
At
evil!
this time of a franchise, at this time of a series, at this point in the episode, localized entirely within the city.
Yes.
Yes.
Can we enjoy
Can I
it?
see it?
No.
Jova, the franchise is on fire.
No,
Look at that.
dweebs, it's just the Northern Lights.
And of course, he even has a maniacal evil laugh.
Maniacal laugh.
Maniacal laugh.
This franchise is not on fire because that would imply that it was actually good.
Oh, sure, Avatar
crumble-
was good.
The plot is
Not
crumbling.
this one.
Dweebs, the plot is crumbling. What do we do?
We watch
Panic.
it crumble.
So, there you go, guys. Dark Avatar. Does it sound any less stupid?
No.
I mean, okay, I'll say this right now.
It's not a very creative name even. Just put the word dark in front of it.
Okay.
You know. At least Vanitas had a kick-ass performance from Elijah Joel Osment.
I'll just say
Not to
this.
mention his, not to mention amazing theme. This guy doesn't even have that.
Kingdom Hearts at least earned having the dark evil
Not only that,
copy.
this is actually so like it was mentioned before, the Avatar is an embodiment of all the major bendings in the world. Unalaq is just a simple water bender.
Now,
So
Stop
this
making
Sonic
water.
made this cheesy.
Stop making water benders so special.
like, here's the thing again. Yeah, I've actually seen a fan fiction called Avatar: The Last Airbender Book 4 Air, Yeah, I can't exactly remember who wrote it because there were a lot of fan fictions for Book 4 Air back in the day before Legend of Korra was a thing. I'll go more in depth with it probably during the two-parter. Oh yeah, spoilers, the finale will be another two-parter. But I'll just say
Well,
this
that's
right
just
now,
par for
that
the course,
fan fiction
so.
did the whole concept of an evil avatar leagues better than this did, and that was a fan fiction written in 2008.
So I guess
Okay,
we'll
so- So, but yeah, I kid you not, guys. When people heard Dark Avatar, people left the show. Like, I mean, fans were like, "Nope," like, and that was the thing. There wasn't
I'm done.
there wasn't a sense of tension. Okay, yeah, there was technically a sense of tension when we were in the heat of the moment, but some people just felt like, "I'm done with
Well,
this."
Well, remember, Joe, but like me and Tara have just discussed, this guy's basically the villain is basically an amalgamation of every shitty Final Fantasy villain ever. And remember, this was back in 2012, where the 13 trilogy was in full force, if you, quote unquote.
How
So
about that?
basically, it wasn't really a good time to shove a villain like this in my face.
I mean, and I'm gonna say this. Look, even if Dark Avatar sounds stupid, it could have worked. Long story short, it won't, and this is part of the reason why
Yeah, I
I
can
hate
see
the
that.
this is part of the reason why I hate the latter half of the season more, even though technically the latter half is where some things improve. This is the main leading reason, and you'll see why when we get to the finale. So tune in next time, folks, for episodes 13 and 14, Darkness Falls and Light in the Dark.
Brilliant.
So original.
See ya.
See
Yeah.
ya.
See ya.
Ciao.